Hello, this is Paul Edwards with Danmark Company, and we're discussing today validation test or dye test of the what would be in this case either acidified sodium chloride, citric acid, or one of the other interventions, calcium hypochlorite, and some of the other interventions that are out there, or some of the interventions that we carry ourselves. And as you can see right now, we're looking at the Danmar dip system. I'm going to explain briefly what the Danmar dip system is because we've already got other videos that talk about Danmar dip system. But this is a dye study specifically for poultry. And basically what we've done is we've put in USDA marking dye into a container, and we mixed it with water. And what we've done is we've gone on and filled our dip system to the point where you would normally have depth in normal operation. So what you're looking at is a normal operating depth, and I'll explain that real quick, real brief there for you. You see that right there is your overflow flow valve right there. So this is where your overflow would go over into that section there. And then if you look over here, that is the floating lever. Danmar has got a patent pending on the lever, floating lever design. And so basically that's how that works. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is back this up a little bit, or get it centered a little bit. Then I'm going to show you some chicken here. Okay, so what we have with the chicken is a container. Now this is the normal container that's used in the dip system. Okay, and you can see that, and I got a light on this so that we wouldn't miss any of the coloring or anything. So normally what happens is the processor will fill this plastic basket with chicken, and I'm going to show you here. This is a skinless breast here, so I'm going to put two skinless breasts on top of each other, and on the very bottom is going to be a quarter, okay? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip this into the dye, and I'm going to show what kind of coverage we got, but I want you to get an understanding of what this looks like, okay? So basically we've got some breast, we've got some chicken, we have some quarters, we have some skin quarters, we have skinless breasts. So that's what we basically have here is poultry, skinned. If these are all fresh product. This is skin on quarters and skinless breasts. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip it in, and under our recommendations and our validation studies, we recommend that you dip at least 3 to 6 seconds. For the purpose of this study, I'm going to dip for 6 seconds. And notice closely what I'm doing when I dip. You'll see that I create agitation within the tank. The intention of the agitation within the tank is to separate the chicken so that we can get a top on bottom. And you'll notice that there is no cover on this, and that's because the processors using our techniques prefer not to have the covers on this. So when processing with an antimicrobial agent, we're finding that our customers prefer to have no cover on the basket. So I'm going to go down and I'm going to start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now did you notice that I had agitation up and down? What that does, that agitation up and down, it gets the chicken and it covers the chicken. Now what the question is it just the chickens on the top that are being affected? I'm going to go on and set this here, and I'm going to bring this up. This is the chicken on the top, as you can see, and I'm going to bring the camera closer to it, but it is completely covered. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this other quarter. See the quarter here? Okay, it's covered quite well, okay, with a 6 second agitation. Now I'm going to look for the breast. See the breast? I'm going to flip it around, get a little bit of non-covered area, but still most of this area is covered. There's a quarter. Here's another breast. Okay, so it looks like probably need to get a little bit better agitation, but still we still got pretty decent, and we've got some pretty good coverage. So there's nothing that says that you cannot flip these over and reapply it. When you do your dip study, your study intended for microbial control. Here's another one, really nice coverage. But the ones in the middle, are the ones that could very well not get as much coverage as you want. So the ones in the middle can be dipped again, or what you could do is not have anything in the middle, okay? Because in the middle, you're gonna see non-coverage, potential non-coverage. But if you put it on the top, now you see the coverage is great, okay? Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lay this down here in this plastic container. I'm gonna let you look at what these meat look like. This, when you do a dye test, you're looking at basically this kind of coverage intended or necessary. Okay, here we go. Repositioning my camera. And I'm going to go on and look on here and then adjust right here on top right there from the very top. So right here on the very top. Okay, the other way. No. Okay, go the other way. No, you're supposed to be sliding that. There you go. No. That right there. Okay, getting closer. Okay, now try to balance it where it doesn't look like it's going to fall off the thing. Okay, here we go. Okay, little camera adjustment here so we can get this. Okay, so basically what's happening is getting alignment questions done with our camera. Okay, now that's perfect right there. If you hold it there, now I want to just show the chicken here. See how you're getting a majority of the coverage? This is a skin on chicken. This is also a skin on chicken. You can see some really good coloring of that dark blue dye. You see that really doing a really good job. And then you've got this one here that's doing a real good job, okay, on the coloring. Okay. Can we bring that, Daniel, can you bring that focus down even closer to this basin right here? Perfect. A little bit more. Hold it right there, okay? And you might want to see if you can place it in such a way that it doesn't move. There you go. Perfect. Okay, great. So I want to try to get this, okay? So you're getting some coverage there that's really needed when you have an antimicrobial intervention, okay? You see this here? Okay, that's your breast there. You see the coverage, nothing nice blue. You recall what that looked like before, don't you? Okay, didn't look this color, did it? Okay, see this meat here that has very little fat in it at all? Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab an untreated piece of meat and I'm going to put it right next to it so you can see that, okay? I want you to do a comparison of that piece of meat and one that doesn't have any dye on it. And you tell me what you think. Okay, here we go. Now you compare that meat right there with that meat right there. Do you see the difference? Is there any question whatsoever that the dye covered that? That's what we're looking for, the dye test. Okay, folks, don't want to take up a lot of your time. I just wanted to demonstrate what a poultry dye test looks like using the Danmar dip system. We do these studies at your facility. We're glad to help in any way that we can. And if you have any questions, call Paul Edwards at 817-822-5767, or you can reach me at danmarco.net. Thank you very much and have a great day.